Good morning, this is Ms. Young here. This is the next video in converting the decimal to hexadecimal program. We started with exam reference language and we've been through Cambridge GCSE, we've been through Python, Visual Basic and C#, and now we're looking at Java. And as I said in my last video, when we convert to Java, I'm going to cheat a little bit and I'm going to take, first of all, I'm going to take the decimal to hex 1 and I'm going to copy that into our main.java, and we do need to make this a public static method, and then we can hopefully call decimal to hex from here. So what is it that we need to change here? Well, we simply change this to be system dot what do we want? System dot in sorry, we want it to be out because we're outputting a message. We want to print a line, and we can change that as well while we are at it. Now, sadly, we don't have anything as simple as that, so we need to use something called a scanner. So we're going to say that the scanner is equal to a new scanner, and we want to, the source wants to be system.in because we're taking it from the inputs, and then here we can say that the int of the number equals the scanner dot next integer, and that gives us a integer. This doesn't change, this doesn't change, and of course what we do need to do is repeat most of this. We don't need a new scanner because we already have the scanner, and we don't need to reset that. And one of the things we do need to do though is we need to close our scanner. So not a great deal of difference, but this scanner does happen to make life a little bit more interesting, but that's the way. You'll notice if I take this, effectively it's console.writeLine, it's no real difference. This was the integer.parse, console.readLine, that's slightly different, but this code is essentially the same. Again, with Java, if this is an integer and this is an integer, then this does integer division, and that does a % is a mod, so nothing changes here. It is strict that we need capital string, and in order to do this we do integer dot to string, and that works slightly differently, but essentially it's str in Python, if you will. Integer dot string is just str, and we can change that to be hd2. So there's a slight change here in changing that to integer to dot to string rather than digit1 dot to string or str. It's just integer dot to string. Absolutely nothing changes here. Absolutely nothing changes here, and of course instead of console.writeLine, we simply replace that with system.out.println, or for print line, and let's see if that works. We're running the Java program. Let's put in 40, which would give us 28, that's correct. It should be 42, it doesn't matter. That worked. 42 to A. Now of course I much prefer that they come on the same line, so I'm just going to say dot print. That just puts it all on the same line. Let's just try, here we go, 255, it prints out FF. So you can see the difference between C# in this case and Java is not very much at all. So let's try going with the decimal to hex of 3. I'm going to move that into here, and again I'm going to make it a public static void, so I can change that to 3, and that's all good. So again, as we said before, that needs to be capital. For whatever reason, we need that to be curly braces. Of course, again, there's no point in reinventing the wheel. We can take all of this code again. We're going to leave that up to here. And then, of course, like I said, this is strict. And instead of console.writeLine, it's just simply system.out.println. And so what have we done? We changed that to be capital S, and we could have done that there would have been no problem in using, if I change that to be a capital S, that works. Just double check, this is decimal to hex 3, that will work just the same. It's not giving us any error. So we could have done that, but we just chose not to. It's still int, but we just did this slight difference. This didn't change. The only thing that, again, we could have done a capital string in C# as well. And we changed console.write. Let's try this. And let's try running that with 42, which is 2A. And let's do 20, which should give us 14. It does. And let's just do 253, which should give us FD, which it does. So the difference between C# and Java in this type of console application is not particularly great. We would have to declare public static if we use the traditional C#, but .NET Core allows us to avoid that. But if we were using traditional C#, we would have to have written static as well. And so the only minor differences. So that's how we do the exact same code in Java, very similar to C#. So I hope that's been a nice quick video, and that it has helped to help you understand that once you can write in one program, yes, sometimes you might need to look up this slight change, but ultimately the shape of the code doesn't change. The question is, how do you do it? Do you choose to use the long way with the switch, or do you use the ASCII lookup, or do you use the standard lookup table, which really saves you a great deal of code? So I've been Miss Young. I hope that video has been helpful, and I will see you again. Thank you.